Alright, number 4 on the Unit 3 review. Another kind of intense one. We've got a natural log on the outside, and then we have 2 to the x times cosine x on the inside, so we've got a product rule inside. And then this 5 to the e. 5 to the e is just a number, right? And the derivative of a number is just 0. So that's easy. That's just 0. Let's focus on the first part. Alright, the derivative of the natural log of anything is 1 over anything times the derivative of that anything. Alright, the derivative of that anything is going to require a product rule. We've got first times the derivative of the second. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. Plus the second times the derivative of the first. Now, these derivatives are less common, so sometimes people tend to forget them. The derivative of 2 to the x is just like e to the x, except you got to add a natural log there. So the derivative of 2 to the x is 2 to the x ln 2. 2 to the x ln 2. The derivative of e to the x is e to the x ln e, but the natural log of e is 1. That's why we don't put it there. Alright, well, let's clean her up. In the numerator, I've got a 2 to the x. I'm going to bring that negative sign out. Plus, I'm going to put the, I'm going to put the 2 to the x ln x in the front so it looks better. ln 2 cosine x all over 2 to the x cosine x. Alright, looking good, looking good. Can I factor anything out? I sure can. I've got a 2 to the x here and a 2 to the x here. So I'm going to pull that out. Alright, my 2 to the x's are going to cancel. Alright, I'm left with this guy. I'm going to rewrite that back up here. Alright, and I'm always looking for ways to flip these around so there's not a negative in front. A lot of times you'll see it written as a minus instead of a negative because it just looks nicer. ln 2 cosine x minus sine x over cosine x. Alright, and I'm always looking for ways to use some identities. So since we only have one term on the bottom, we can split this into 2 fractions. So let's go ahead and rewrite it as ln 2 cosine x over cosine x minus sine x over cosine x. Aha! Alright, cosine x is canceled. I've got natural log of 2 minus sine over cosine is tangent. So isn't that a much nicer answer?